Hello and welcome back to another video. I almost said Minecraft video. And in today's video, I'm going to be trying to draw some torsos and pelvises. And we're going to try to make them, look good. Yeah. They're going to be simplified versions. I'm going to try probably a couple of different methods. But I just wanted to kind of see what I can currently do and where I'm currently at with torsos and the other part that I forgot what it's called. Alright, we're going to start with one method that I don't really use that often because I don't like what it looks like, which is making it the torso. I'm so good with words right now. I'm going to try to make the torso shorter, but squarer. It's kind of not perspectived, right? This isn't exactly how it should be. And then if I were to add a pelvis onto this, the body would need to go like right here. I'd need to connect a line to like the bottom. Then the pelvis would go like right here. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot about the perspective. I'm not really trying too hard on this first one. I am trying to just get the base idea down for this. There's one very shitty one. We're gonna sharpen my pencil because it's quite dull. I think I'm gonna try doing some with some boxes first, and then go from there. I did that one first because I don't know why I threw that. That's split open. There's freaking pencil shavings everywhere now. I don't know why I did that one first exactly. It was just kind of in my head, and I was like, I'm gonna draw that before I forget it. But now we're just gonna start with some boxes, kind of see where we're at with the boxes, and then we'll try with some, I don't know, the kind of like this shape, but more P-shaped. I'd like to also try some of the ones where it's just like a bean, but I've never actually drawn those ones because they're a lot more round than I typically draw torsos. But I think I'd like to start drawing them as bean because I would like to start drawing more body types, because currently I draw like 2 different types of body types. There's not very much variety. The only variety that there is if I put baggy or not baggy clothes on. So I would very much like to start drawing some new varieties of proportions. So I'd like to learn some new methods. Granted, if I want to learn these methods, I should probably actually learn them instead of jumping right into it and trying to teach myself these things. But this is more fun. I can do that later. I got this freaking sketchbook full of random sketches. There's Miku. It's full of random sketches and shit. I'm supposed to be drawing a dragon in that, and instead I decided, torsos. This isn't the right shape. Isn't exactly the shape that I was meaning to do, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and try and do a pelvis and a torso. Now, I'm specifically trying to not erase, because these are supposed to be, I draw this under my sketch, so I have the proportions correct, so I shouldn't have to erase this and make it better. Although technically, now that I think about it, I am still learning this though, so I should erase and learn how to draw it first and just learn how to draw it right. Okay, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should actually be trying to make these good looking. Whatever, we're going to stick with what we're doing for now. We can change up the method later, see which one works better, and then compare the two. I've probably practiced torsos the most. No, that goes to hands. I've probably practiced torsos the second most, just because they're simple and relatively easy to draw. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna practice that because that's easy, good starting point. And then I forgot what I was doing, so I stopped drawing torsos, and then I went back to drawing torsos. Then I went to drawing the whole body, which included torsos. And now I'm drawing torsos once again, which, what is this supposed to be? I have no idea. Like a hip bone, but I don't know what the hip looks like. I studied anatomy for a little bit, not bones. Not the bones. There's my version of a hip. Doesn't it look like, well, it's got more doesn't the hip blades, don't they point out more? Mine do. I have no idea actually what the hip bone looks like. I vaguely remember from seeing it because I've seen it before, but I don't really remember good enough to recall it and draw it. Now, there is actually one thing that I kind of have been wanting to do on my torsos, which is adding a kind of collarbone. Not kind of like collarbone, it would be a collarbone. This is not angled correctly, but I'm getting the idea down of this is what I want to do. Because if you get the collarbone down, you can get more of where the arms should be and the neck should connect and the perspective a little better, I think. These are all guesses. I don't know. I'm not a professional. And I don't watch very many tutorials. These are my tutorials right here. Me talking to myself in my room, fucking around. And I'd say probably about 50% of the time I record it. The other 50% goes into that sketchbook over there. Which reminds me, I'm supposed to do a sketchbook tour. I keep forgetting. This needs to be longer. I keep forgetting. I totally promised to do a sketchbook tour once I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm 130 now, and I never did that sketchbook tour. I have no idea what shape this is, so we're going to erase it. I was totally zoning out and staring at my other sketchbook. But I need to do a sketchbook tour one of these days. Because I did promise it, so I have to do it. I just keep forgetting to. And not of this one. We're not far enough into this one. We're only how many days? 49 or 30, 59, 7, a bunch of days. Hold up, that sword's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool sword. I need to go through my sketchbooks again. I like flipping through them and seeing what I made. I feel like every time I look through my sketchbook, I'm like, oh, I'm doing real good. This is a good drawing. I feel like every time I go through my sketchbook, that's what I think. I really like my drawings. I feel like I don't appreciate my drawings until it's been at least a little bit after I've actually drawn the drawing. And I think that's partially because when you're in the midst of drawing the drawing, you can see all of the mistakes very clearly. But once you've forgotten the bad stuff, it's like, oh, look, it's just all the good stuff. Which lets you see it more like how someone else who didn't draw it would see it. But I don't actually really flip through my sketchbooks that often. Except for this one, the practice one. Because I often flip through it to look at how I drew boxes or something like that. I draw a lot of boxes. I was trying to practice perspective. Nope, you're facing the wrong way. Now I just really want to flip through that sketchbook. I know I've drawn 1 or 2 cool things in there. Also, 50% of that sketchbook is full of was drawn with pen, because I just have a pen attached to that sketchbook, and honestly, I just prefer drawing in pen when I'm practicing, because what I was talking about earlier, trying to like just do it right the first time, yeah, do that with pen. So I like doing that, and the pen I have is actually relatively forgiving, because I can actually like go like this and sketch very lightly, without even having to hold very lightly, because it's kind of a shitty pen. But it being a shitty pen is actually a good thing. Right. What I'm trying to do now is try to make this more of a bean. It's not working yet. Maybe I'm trying to think, but I don't really. I feel like to make it more of a bean, I need to draw the torso in, but then like I don't want to do that, because I want to just draw the bean. This isn't even really bean, is it? I'm not even really going bean here, am I? Too many hard edges to be bean, but this isn't bad. This right here, this isn't bad. If I were to, I feel like I could take this somewhere. I'm not going to. I'm going to still continue trying to go for bean. I tried that one. I saw that one once before. I remember it reminded me of like a flower. This one is the square one. I occasionally use this one, but I don't really like using it because I always mess up the torso size then, because I typically don't add a cylinder here. You're supposed to. I do not. I don't really do this because I don't draw this shape. I prefer to draw an oval over a square for the chest because it's easier to draw. If I were to draw a square, I could probably get the perspective correct a lot more, but like it's harder to draw that way. Alright, I don't know what that line is, but fuck it, right? We're gonna try to draw beans, so we're gonna try and make everything all connected and like make it all bean-like, okay? Alright, hold on. My foot is cramping, and this is not good because I'm sitting in a position where I cannot draw without my foot being like this. So, Mr. Foot, you're just going to have to continue to cramp until I'm done drawing this part. And if you get worse, I will stab you. Or you'll stab me, apparently. You know what? Whatever. You do you. Fuck you. Alright, what does the body look like? I don't know. I also don't remember the tune I was singing. Alright. There should definitely be some more ridges in this. Like, go ahead and go like this and that, like to add some more texture. Because like I said earlier, I want to do more body types. I need more lumps. I don't want just flat. Flat is boring. We need the lumps. Because it makes it look more real if there's lumps. Because real people aren't completely flat on their stomachs. Right. At least I don't think. I'm not, so. Alright, we'll go like this, and then I guess we can connect this there. It's not bad. It's kind of what I was looking for. I mean, it's not exactly what I was looking for, but like, it's close. It's close-ish to what I was looking for. It's not bad. I did draw the torso too small, though. It's kind of like you're looking, like, down at this lady. I don't know. Or, I mean, not down. You're looking from below. She's looking down on you. Do we draw another bean, or do we try another method of this time just draw the hips? Because I wanted to try something for the hips. What did I want to try? I want to try drawing like the underwear shape first and making it better, and then trying to add the body around said underwear shape. Is this going to be better? I don't know. I would say doing something like this probably isn't better, because the less guidelines you have, I'd probably say is worse. I've seen a lot of like drawing tutorials and like, here's how you draw this thing, but then the guidelines are like, alright, draw a box, and then draw another box, and then a smile, and there you go, you got yourself a face. But it doesn't tell you where you're actually supposed to place them. But also, if you're not a beginner, then that probably doesn't matter, but I don't know. I don't technically think I count as a beginner anymore. I've been drawing for an entire year, but I've also only just recently started taking it seriously, so I don't know. Started taking it seriously at around New Year's. Not even around New Year's. On New Year's is when I... Actually, no, I got sick. No, it was a little bit after New Year's. Or did I get sick before? I don't know. It was like my New Year's resolution or whatever. I don't know why, but I hate New Year's resolutions, so I hate calling it that, but that is technically what it is. No, I'm not gonna call it a New Year's resolution. I'm just gonna call it that's my premonition for the future. That's my what's a word for something that's gonna happen? It's my destiny. No, I don't like destiny either. What is it? I don't know. It's gonna happen. What? I don't even remember what I was talking about now, actually, so it doesn't even matter because I forgot. I'm so good at this whole recording thing and being like talking to myself. Alright. You know, before I started this video, I don't know I said that, but I totally thought about pausing in the middle of this video to draw a dragon. I had a joke. I don't remember what it was, but I was going to pause it, put this sketchbook up here, that's why this one is here, and then I was going to draw a dragon. I'm not going to do that joke now. I think the joke actually was somewhat similar to what I'm saying right now, like me saying that I wasn't going to do it. I'm not going to do it this time. I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it was kind of funny that I thought ahead of a joke or something that I could have done because I want to draw a dragon, and I'm not going to do it. Alright, the torso is all fucked up, and so is the legs, so I don't think that is the method. I don't think that's the method. I think the method is gonna be just drawing that and building off of that. Alright, I just want to see how long has this been. Oh, my phone is running out of storage. I've only got like 10 more minutes before it shuts itself off. I mean, that's fine. It's been 18 minutes. 20 minutes is about the cutoff that I want. Well, I'd prefer like 23 minutes, because that seems like the most appealing number to me. 23 minutes seems like an appealing number to watch a video at. But I mean, if I were doing a tutorial, then I'd probably try to keep it under 15 minutes or around 15 minutes. Because that's typically what I look for when I find it. I'm looking for tutorials. If a tutorial is like hours and hours long, I don't want to watch it. If it's like 30 minutes long, I might watch it, but I don't really want to, and I'll probably have trouble paying attention throughout the whole thing. I was gonna try doing a tutorial one of these days, but I think me just talking in general shows that I wouldn't be so good at doing a tutorial. I mean, I can actually, I can edit a tutorial. Just cut out all the parts where I don't know what I'm saying, and I can write a script beforehand, I guess. I'm also not very good at reading, am I? But I mean, it's not like you would know. I don't know. I'd like to do tutorials, but I'm obviously not at the point in art of doing the tutorials. But once I'm at those points, I'll definitely do tutorials. I'd like to do tutorials for animation, because there's not a lot of... I mean, there's a lot of tutorials, but there's not in the sense that I'm talking about. I'd like to do those, but I also don't know how to explain what those is, so I'm not going to. Alright, go like that, that. I don't know if give him a head just cause. Right? Bam. This is Pablo. Pablo. Look at Pablo. He's beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna end this here. I'm actually gonna go draw a dragon now, but you don't get to see it. Bye-bye.